Welcome everybody, Don Giannetti, lighting-essentials.com and Project52prosystem.com. Project 52 is going away. We will not be enrolling another class in that, but I will be bringing up some of the images that the students are shooting and talking about them. We're going to call it Break It Down, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to break down some of the images that my wonderful students over at Project 52 have done over the years, different projects. So let's take a look. The assignment here was stemware. Stemware is a challenge to shoot. This photographer, this is Jan Solke. Jan did a really good job with this stemware, and I think that it deserves a look because I love this super simplicity here. I love the simplicity of this glass. It is clean all the way around. We'll show you how he did that in a minute. Clean all the way around. He added I don't know if you can even see it here on YouTube, but there's just a hint of gray in the glass to pull it off the background. I think that's fine. I've seen a version of it without that, and that was fine as well, but I think this really does a job. Now, he did it two different ways. So he's got this very clear shot, very minimalistic, and he also did it this way, where he's got a vignette around it. So I was asked to choose the one I like. I think I like this one better. I'm not crazy about this vignette. It doesn't do much for me. I see what he was trying to do, but it's just not working for me there. I like this really clean shot. I'm going to take a look at this one. This is pretty cool. This is the same stemware with the liquid inside bouncing around. What he's doing is he's dropping a washer. So it's got a hole in the middle. And the washer is pretty good size. So as it drops straight down into the glass, the water comes out of the hole in the middle of the washer and creates this really interesting splash. Once again, he did with and without the background. I'm very much more happy with the one that's really clean. My comment would be that I wish that horizon line was down here going across and not up here because it breaks this line, but that's minor. That could actually be worked out in Photoshop. We have to clean it out of there a little bit and just move that horizon line down. When we break the stem like that, it does kind of shorten the glass. It does kind of change up the way that the glass works with the background and the surface that it's on. Lovely couple of pictures by Jan. Here's his setup. It's a big scrim with a box behind it, actually a light behind it. The light's coming through the white part of the scrim there, and he's blocked it off with the black cards. To get the black in the rim, took a second shot with holding the black card actually down low here to get it. He used the bottom size of the rim to reflect. Putting it over the top didn't work as well. So that's interesting. Working with those dynamics can really be interesting. So that's how it's done. Shot from the behind, shot through a scrim with black all around. We call it bright field lighting. The background is very bright, but we put the black cards around it, and the black cards give us these lovely black edges. Think about that when you're shooting glassware. Next up is Ken Lamb with two really nice shots, very advertising oriented. I love the little spray in the back, the way the glasses line up here. There's a lot of dimension to this shot. The corkscrew, the cork looks great. And I think it's really interesting on this shot that he's got a large light source to the right, as we can see in the glass right here. It's very obvious. Right there, very obvious. He's angled the corkscrew so it picks up the bright surface. But also there's a little small light coming from over this way into the picture, and that's giving us highlight on this side of the glass and right up the stem. And I think that's really cool. It changes up the shot. We have a feeling of dimension of this light coming in. We don't see it on the bottle, and we don't really see it in much anywhere. We get a little pickup here on the cork, but really on this glass, and it just gives the entire shot a really nice feeling of dimension. Here's Ken's shot with martini glasses. Same thing. Super nice, picking up that bright light down the side of it here. It's super clean. Looks great. Here's how we lit it. Got a soft box, or an octabox that is, behind the scrim. Working right here. He's got this set up, and he's got his camera set up here, and right back here, right under this board, right in there, is the light that's coming through the little opening in the cardboard there to give that light on the glass. Let's go back to the glass right there. So pretty cool, nice shot. John Conway did a beautiful, almost a lay flat. This assignment was pizza, and John made tomato and zucchini pizzas. Lovely shot, beautifully styled, real clean lighting. Love the color temperature. Everything on the shot looks really, really good. Bringing all the bright colors in the back, cropping them off, cropping off the surface here, cropping over here, cropping over here. So everything is cropped on the edge. If you're going to crop one thing, you got to crop another thing, or it doesn't look right. So, he's cropped on the top, got to crop on the sides to make it balance out. How do you light it? Super simple. Big softbox at the top, a scrim laying flat over this, so the light on the softbox to the scrim is actually gradient. It's brighter here because it's closer to the scrim. It's a little bit darker up here. When we go back to the picture, you don't really see it, but if you look very closely, you can see it being just a little less bright up here as it moves up forward. Okay, as you see it, it's a little bit bright to the back and a little bit darker up front, and that's very bright scrim. Look at the reflection of the scrim in the pepper. See? A bit brighter here, falling off softly. So you get a gradient in the light. You're just going to have a much more interesting photograph in many ways. Now, if you're doing a lay flat or something like that, maybe you don't want to do that. Obviously, you want to keep it pretty even. When you're doing a tabletop like this, a little bit of an angle or a side lit shot, think about how you shape your light. A softbox behind a scrim, especially a softbox at an angle behind a scrim, can make gradient light. Here's a lovely shot. Oh, how did he do it? We always just shot. Here's a lovely shot by Karen Weiler. This is a shot made to look like early morning. It's a pizza shot. It's a healthy pizza shot, which is kind of nice to have a healthy pizza here. Healthy pizza shot. She did a great job. Got a little bubble here in the orange juice, so we know it's fresh. Got little bubbles on top of the copy, so we know it was just poured. And it's lovely. Let's take a look at the shot, how she did it. Oh, she's got it set up in her kitchen. She's got an octabox. That's about a medium-sized octabox, probably a 32, something like that. But it's a good distance away from the set. Usually I would say put your softbox as close to the set as you can get for the softest light. But if she had done that, she wouldn't have these beautiful little soft shadows. She had to move it back, making the light source smaller. Smaller light sources cast shadows, and that shadow coming forward just really gives a nice little feeling of morning light, of window light. It's just really nice. Very nice shot. Easy to do, as you saw. Very easy to do. Mike Mortellaro shot this really great looking pizza. He cooked it himself. That's right, he made his own deep dish pizza. Look how beautiful everything looks up here. It's a very oblique angle, so it's a little bit different, but would work really well as an ad or an editorial shot. Real clean up front, super easy to do. He's just got this great big scrim laid right over the top, octabox in the back, white card up front to fill in the crust. Without this white card right here, this bouncer right here, this crust would go very dark. You can see the shadow being lit up a little bit from that white card. That white card is saving this picture. He's also got a little light over on the left side just to put a little sparkle. It's got an entire light right here with a snoot hitting the pizza just to add a little bit of sparkle to it because it just needed it. At this angle from the backlight to the front, it just needed a little touch of something. Nice shot by Mike Mortellaro. The last shot we got is Dang. Dang Heng is in believe Dang Hang is in the Bay Area. Lovely shot. Look at this. Isn't this great? Red gel through a piece of translum all the way through. 2 shots. She's got the light coming through the translum. This softbox right here, the strip light, is not part of the shot, but this little snoot is. This snoot is doing the front of the rose. You can imagine shooting into the light, the rose would have gone totally and completely black, but she hit the front of it, just popped it a little bit with that snoot. Nicely done, Dang Hang. Love it. So anyway, we call it Break It Down. We're just going to break them down here, probably put up 1 or 2 a week now. I'm excited about getting back to YouTube. I appreciate you leaving a comment. I appreciate you hitting a thumbs up, whether you subscribe or not. Geez, that's up to you. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just putting stuff up there to help photographers. Y'all have a great day. You can check me out at dongianetti.com, and I work with photographers on a lot of different levels. You have a good one, and I'll see you next time.